Welcome back to Grind Mode Worldwide Radio. This is Unfiltered. I'm Ian James.
It's your boy Jay Scotland. Springtime sucks, and it's usually my favorite time of year. But right now, these allergies sucks, man. But we're gonna get into it. The NFL draft, and y'all might see a cat get killed on live YouTube video. We might not know. But we're gonna start the NFL draft right here.
Yep.
First and foremost, Kyler Murray, Oklahoma. Second year in a row, Oklahoma's gotten a quarterback drafted first overall. Last year was Baker Mayfield to Cleveland. This year is to Kyler Murray to the Arizona Cardinals.
First overall, Josh Rosen. I mean, I'm just saying, like...
Josh Rosen was like the 10th.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's your first pick.
Josh Rosen's your quarterback now.
Okay.
He went to the Dolphins. It's him and Ryan Fitzpatrick battling it out.
It's going to be Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It better be.
And then, yeah, he's going to get it, and then he'll do some stupid shit, and he'll probably throw, like, 50 interceptions in a game. It'll probably be, like, 5 or 6 or something, and then he'll still at least throw 500 yards, and then, like, Josh Rosen will just be put in or something. I don't know. We'll see. But Kyle Murray now being the new quarterback, this better be it. They better not, like, give him a chance. Give him, like, 2 years, like, at least 3 years, Run it for a bit. I mean...
The Cardinals have proven they ain't patient.
No,
they think everybody supposed to be Kurt Warner and Carson Palmer when he's healthy.
Before Carson Palmer, it was, like, a tough time.
It was Kurt Warner.
No, it was, like, John Skeleton and remember those dudes? There was a couple other bad ones.
I think Brandon Weeden was there for a little bit after the Cleveland days.
It was just some bad...
So second pick, Nick Bosa to the 49ers. Nick Bosa is the one that's been having a controversy because he's been out here talking about Black Panther sucked and stuff about Kaepernick. And he had something to say about Beyonce, which I always say, for your career and what you do and care about, Beyonce, for sure, don't go at Beyonce. Like, it's not even like, it's just a bad career move. Like, I'm not on Twitter, so I guess it's like kind of safer for me. But being on Twitter, it's like, ooh, no. If you're on Twitter, don't say nothing bad about Beyonce.
No.
But he's a 49er. His brother is I think he's been all pro. I don't know if he's gone to a Pro Bowl yet, but his brother was he was either second or third overall pick in the draft a few years ago. He's on the Chargers. So they both on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. They both went to Ohio State, so, that's what happened. After that, we got Quinnen Williams, Alabama D tackle. 1 year, only played 1 year as a starter. He was there last year, but he was behind a person that went in the first round the year before that. They say he might be the best player in the draft overall.
Oh, for real?
He went to the Jets.
I mean, Jets. I mean, they're coming about with a team. Their defense wasn't looking too bad last year. I mean,
who they wide receivers, James?
I mean, that's where it goes. That's where it pretty much runs at. Like, who are the receivers? They've been always like, they never had a one good receiver that I never in the last 10 years. Running back, that's where they've pretty much been running.
They've had decent running backs.
That's where they've been running at.
After that, I'm just gonna say Farrell. I know not like this is the NFL draft. It's like the Key and Peele stuff. These niggas' names sometimes I'm just not here to go that far. So Farrell, Clemson DN, the Raiders, dumbass pick.
Cleveland.
Clemson.
No, that's the guy's name. Cleveland Farrell.
Oh, Cleveland Farrell. Clemson DN Raiders. There was better DNs out there. The guy they should have drafted went to the Jaguars. They called him an edge, but he's basically edge means he'll if mattering on what defense he plays. If he plays in a 4-3, he'll be a DN. If he plays in a 3-4, he'll be the outside linebacker. So it's a flexible thing mattering on what offense he's going to play in. Farrell is a DN no matter what. So 4-3 or 3-4, he needs to be a DN. Excuse me. So, but the Raiders picked the wrong dude. That dude should have been picked around 15th or 16th. But we'll get to a worse pick in like 2 picks after that. After this, Tampa Bay's up. Delvin White, LSU linebacker. That's what they needed. I don't know much about this pick. But the next pick, we're going to talk about the next pick for a little bit, folks. Hold up. Daniel Jones. I almost called him Darnell, but I'm like, yeah, if his name was Darnell, that'd be the bigger story of this. Daniel Jones, Duke, coached by Peyton Manning's quarterback coach from Tennessee. So the last name Manning's already wrapped in it.
Yeah.
Mediocre quarterback in college all the way through, just fully mediocre. Mm-hmm. And man, Dwayne Haskins threw 50 touchdowns in college, bro. 1 year. And y'all picked the dude that
he
went
was
to Duke.
supposed to be. Yeah, Dwayne Haskins was supposed probably to be the. He was supposed to probably be the number one overall.
I think he'll be better than Kyler Murray, but the reason that I know why the Arizona Cardinals picked Kyler Murray is because the coach of the Cardinals plays an offense that probably better suits Kyler Murray. Again, I think Kyler Murray's too small. That's just me, but that's, again, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But Daniel Jones, no. Just no.
Daniel Jones, yeah, that was a bad. And that's supposed to be your new Eli or whatever. That's like who's better? I think they like that's a setup, you know.
Oh, because remember, Eli says he's going to play more. He's going to play past this year. That's a setup of Eli being able to play 2 more years.
Yeah,
because that dude's going to have to sit. And he's going to have to watch film of the quarterbacks that play the Giants because there's no reason to be watching.
Yeah, don't be watching Eli. Yeah, watch the other guys. Like, well, every team we play.
So after that, we get to Josh Allen, who people think is probably the best standing defensive player out of the draft. Like I said, Williams is the best D tackle down lineman. But when it comes to anybody standing, it was probably him. He's going to be a freak. This guy's supposed to be a freak. He's out here. He's out from Kentucky. He went to the Jaguars. The Jaguars bolster our already great defense, so that works. After that, I'm gonna jump a pick for this one because a legendary thing happened on this night. Just let me check something real quick on this piece of paper we got here. Oh wait, where's the colleges at? Yep, something happened. We're going to talk about this pick, but the 8th pick in the draft was T.J. Hockenson, drafted to the Lions, and he was a tight end from Iowa. First time ever, and I don't even understand how this happens because I didn't watch Iowa enough. The 20th pick in the draft was Noah Fant.
Fant.
Yeah. He was also Iowa. He's also a tight end, and he went to Denver?
Yeah, he went to Denver through us.
I'm happy that you wrote that much down. Yeah. That's why this shit got so confusing. 2 tight ends drafted from the same team in the same draft from Iowa. I'd say a average team in the Big Ten, maybe above average a little bit. They've been to a Rose Bowl recently. They don't win. So yeah, I just wanted to get into that quickly. After that, we had Ed Oliver, the D tackle from Houston. Ed Oliver is the only, and I need to emphasize this if you don't understand the scouting and how star ratings in college and high school work. The only 5-star high school recruit ever to not go to a Power 5 conference school. The University of Houston's a Division I school, but they're not like in the same conferences as like Penn State or Pitt. And he went there because the coach at the time tried to tell them that they can make a Houston version of the University of Miami from the 80s, which is completely possible. If Coach took the time to do this, the black people in Houston is not that much different than what they were doing in Miami in the 80s. You could probably make it work. But the coach left the next year and went to Texas, which after that point, and took this is the other backstory. Whenever he got Oliver to go to Houston, he hired his high school coach on the staff. Guess what happened when he went to the University of Texas? The high school coach went to the University of Texas too. Guess who's stuck at the University of Houston? Ed Oliver. So, yeah. So he fell a little bit because people didn't think he was too. They felt like he was disinterested after all that happened, and they thought it was like a character issue. Even though I don't think that's a problem. Whenever everybody that you trusted dipped on you.
Yeah.
So, hey, he fell to the Bills. The Bills got a good D tackle. Second time they've done this since they tried that with Mario Williams a long time ago. So. After that, we got Devin Bush. The Pittsburgh Steelers moved up to the 10th pick in the draft. They get the linebacker from Michigan. Same linebacker that y'all remember the footage of the football player tearing up the field at Michigan State whenever Michigan and Michigan State was playing. You know, Michigan and Michigan State were playing each other. He was like, went out to the field early and went out to the logo in the middle of Michigan State's field, which is a Spartan helmet. And he decided to rip it up with his cleats.
Okay.
So he's the same dude. I fucks with him though. He's a good defensive player. I think he'll help. I didn't think that. I take that back. I guess they do need a linebacker since Shazier is still not back. They put Shazier on the PUP list today, so he'll still get paid for this year.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
That's updating news. I don't know. I understand this is the Steelers being really nice, but I don't know how much longer they keep on doing this because I don't think he's coming back. So I mean, are they are y'all going to keep him on the roster until he's 50?
No, we're gonna I think we'll hold him out. I mean, if he wants to play, he can play, but I don't think we're gonna put him in like that,
After that, Joe, also Devin. After that, for what I understand, the Cincinnati Bengals had fully thought they were going to pick Devin Bush before the Steelers had moved up. So at that point, the Cincinnati Bengals did the only thing they could do, which is I honestly think it's the safest thing to do in any draft. Is just go get an offensive lineman. Like it might not be the thing you want to hear as a fan of your football team, but I'm telling you now, most offensive lines are just stacked with first and second round picks because them dudes work. It's it's easier. Going out there to go get that first round pick wide receiver, them dudes are hit or miss and may or may not make it. So that's just what I'm saying. But yeah, they went with Jahan James.
Jahan Williams?
Jahan Williams.
Johan? Maybe?
But
Oh, shit.
Alabama offensive tackle went to the Bengals. That's cool though. Again, I'm a Rams fan. My Pittsburgh is to hate the Cleveland Browns and the Cowboys. That's just how I feel Pittsburgh wise. The rest of these teams, I'm like, y'all ain't really much to me. I don't care. So Cincinnati doesn't get my animosity.
Really? Wow. Okay.
And I think they have one of the best color rush uniforms. Always remember that. Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
Rashawn Gary, Michigan D-end, went to the Packers. I don't know much about that one, so we're just going to keep it moving. Christian Wilkins, Clemson D-tackle, Dolphins. He was upset because he wanted to be drafted before his D-line teammate, Farrell, by the Raiders. They had, like, I guess, a running bet to see who would get drafted first in the first round. That's how it's working in Clemson right now. Where the players are getting drafted, like, well, I'm going to get drafted before you. No, bro, I'll get drafted before you. Like, when you can do that at a team, y'all know y'all stacked. So he lost that bet.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we got Christopher Lindstrom. Yeah, I knew when I read that name that was going to be an offensive lineman. Boston College guard. He actually said it when he came out that he was going to remake O-Line U, which I didn't know that Boston College was considered O-Line U. That was news to me.
Okay.
So after that, I almost lost my track. We got Dwayne Haskins, Ohio State, going to the Redskins. I have finally figured out that the Redskins are the organization that will draft black quarterbacks. It's the weird part about the Redskins is I don't rock with their name. I don't really rock with their owner, but this team is consistent. Like the first team to win a Super Bowl with a black quarterback, they was out here with Josh Campbell. They tried to do the thing with McNabb the second time. They had RG3. Like they consistently come out here and try to make the black quarterback thing work. So I got to respect that. So they came out here and got Dwayne Haskins in the first round. I'm pretty sure Alex Smith is done now.
Damn.
Well, he wasn't going to play this year no matter what.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they do with him after next year. Again, the injury he had, the last person that got that injury, who also played for the Redskins, never played again.
I mean, times are different. I mean,
That Bones ain't though.
no, they ain't. No. We'll see. I don't know. I would like to see another Alex Smith year. I always wanted
because
him to
there's all
get a
scribble
Super
around
Bowl.
this name. You got to say this next name.
Which one? This one. Brian Burns, Florida State.
Florida State, Edge, Panthers. Panthers. I don't know nothing about this dude. When are y'all going to go get this man some wide receivers?
We need some. Yeah, we need some receivers.
Like if you like, I'm tired of people talking about Cam Newton. When I look up every year, he ain't got no wide receivers.
He never.
The Daily
Yep.
Show just retired, so y'all also probably need a running back. Because I'm sorry, but the white dude's more of a wide receiver than a running back, and he's still good. He's still a dope dude.
no.
I'm not saying nothing else about it, but I'm just saying like y'all need another.
The only receiver we got on the team is like what? Yeah, Chris McCaffrey and Greg Owens if he's like playing.
That's tight end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, no, you're right. I mean, I know you was trying to be facetious, but you're right. After that, we got. Oh yeah, you're right. It's getting bad, bro.
Dexter Lawrence. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Clemson D-tackle.
D-tackle. Another Clemson defensive lineman coming out into the draft. He went to the Giants.
Yeah.
Again, Clemson D-line, man. Think about that. Like that's 3 D linemen. That's not even just first round. That's first 20 picks.
Yeah.
That's the first 20.
First 17.
First 17, but we go by zeros and fives.
Yeah.
So like for some reason in real life. So like that's 3 Clemson players in the first 17 picks of the round, all defensive linemen. Like that's wild. After that,
Shout out to Duke and shout out to Molasses on the webcam or whatever.
Facebook Live.
Shout
out. I'm sorry that he sounds like a 35-year-old, 50-year-old man. After that, we got Garrett Bradley, North Carolina State. There's a state. Center, Vikings. Again, Offensive linemen are the smartest picks in the first round. It's not the sexy pick, but it's the best pick. But I don't know who this motherfucker is. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know who he is?
Nope.
Okay. Jeffrey Simmons, Mississippi State, D tackle Titans. From what they were talking about when I was watching, they made it seem like it was a good pick. I don't know much about this.
Is this the same dude on the video?
Oh, okay. Thank you. I knew there was something weird about this pick. This dude beat some chick's ass because the woman was beating up his mom and his sister. There's a video out on it. It looks horrific, but his excuse kind of, all right. If somebody was beat, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're male or female. You touch my mama, I'm stealing her.
Yeah, that's how you run it. I mean, for real.
So when he hit your mom, you just sitting there?
No,
Okay.
no.
So I'm not going to get. I don't have a sister, so my brother would have to get jumped. My brother's like 20 years older than me. He can handle his own battles. But my mom, somebody hits my mom now, like bang, yo, bro, you can't do that. No, man, she knew what it was. So but the video shows like him on top of the woman giving him first thing. Apparently, he was like the biggest person in the state at the time, and he was still like 17. And for his size compared to the woman, it looked kind of horrific. Have you seen the video?
No.
But again, he was drafted in the first round. The Titans. Everybody says he's repented. This isn't his normal self. Again, I am on the idea of you touch my mama, you won't feel this wrath. So I don't put anything against him. Yeah, sorry, it's a real life.
All right.
What's next, Jay? Oh, we already talked about Noah Fant going to the Panther or to the Denver. Second, like I said, 2 tight ends from the same school, same draft. I'm just assuming that none of the wide receivers in Iowa were worth a damn. If 2 tight ends could be drafted in the first round. So, what's that say about y'all? After that, we got Darnell Savage, Maryland, safety to Green Bay. Best name in the draft.
Is your new favorite player now?
There's one other player that has like a name close to that, but I don't think he was drafted in the first round. I'll have to find it out the next time we're on the show. But that's probably, I think that was the second best name in the draft. Because the other dude's name was something like he's a corner, and it had something like it was really something like close to the same thing as that. About like catching the ball and something. But
okay.
But just like, I don't care what position you have. Like your last name is Savage. You better be out here ready to go.
Yeah.
And you a safety? Like your name better be in history books, bro. After that, we got Andre Dillard, Washington State, tackle.
Yeah.
Philly?
Yeah.
Okay, Philly got the pick from Baltimore. I'm not going to repeat myself about the offensive line thing for the 25th time. I'm sorry. I felt bad doing it the first couple times. After that, we got Titus Howard. Who's out here still naming people Titus? Tackle Texans.
That's a good name.
You name your kid Titus, your kid's not gonna like me. He's gonna be 100% with you.
All right.
I mean, I could give you a list of names, but if you name your child that, dude, like, man, your friend Jordan, I don't care. Like Jordan always be picking on me, calling me funny names. I don't like him.
Yeah. You'll get it.
After that, we got what?
Josh Jacobs.
The new Josh. Oh, so wait, wasn't there already? No, that was Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah.
We gotta find out if they was related. Josh Jacobs, Alabama running back to the Oakland Raiders via the pick they got for the Chicago Bears from Khalil Mack.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the Khalil Mack trade pick.
So that better be worth it.
Yeah, you better fucking ball. Because Khalil Mack's, I can tell you now, Khalil Mack's going to the Hall of Fame. So, you like, this dude better ball.
Yeah. This better be worth it. That's all I can say. Marquise Brown, Oklahoma.
That is Hollywood Brown, Antonio Brown's cousin.
Okay.
For y'all that don't know, he went to the Baltimore Ravens, so Steeler fans still can't get away from the Brown family. He won't be out here. He is hurt right now, so I don't think he'll be able to play until like November. And he's only apparently there's like a scientific thing that he'll never be like over 185 pounds weight wise.
What?
Yeah, he's small. He was a pre. I think he was 3 or 4 weeks pre. So, but again, that goes into his speed. But again, I'm waiting for the day that he gets cleaned over the middle, and then we'll see about where his career goes from there. As home, I mean, to me, somebody that light could get the Darius Hayward Bay real quick.
Yeah, and there goes your soul right there.
Again, look up Darius Hayward Bay, Oakland Raiders, Steelers when he was still on the Raiders because y'all know him on the Steelers. I think Ryan Clark almost killed him.
I think it was, and he died on the field.
He planked in midair.
Yeah,
I told my mom he was paralyzed.
And
Because I
then
thought he was fucking
he was
paralyzed.
down there for a minute, and then that was it. I think he played that game for a bit, but I think he had a concussion.
I thought he was fucking paralyzed when he got hit.
But he came to his
Have you ever
team.
seen somebody like I know like if you watch knockout videos, you've seen somebody stiffen up before when they get hit. That he was in the middle of the fucking air planked.
His soul is actually on Heinz Field. That's why he plays for us.
I thought that was in Oakland.
No, that happened here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it happened here.
I mean that game didn't mean much.
His soul stayed here. His body had to come back.
So we get the 26th pick here.
Yeah.
Montez Sweat. That's like a top 5 name. Mississippi State went to Oakland through the Dallas pick for Amari Cooper. Actually,
Okay. So,
so
safety for a receiver.
I think that's probably gonna be their best bet out of the returns they got for the draft picks that they got. Because I'm sorry, bro, Khalil Mack is better than the running back y'all got. So flipping the page over, we're gonna get the Jerry Tiller, Notre Dame D tackle going to the Chargers. Shout out to the Chargers. They came out and announced that they're going full time with the powder blue uniforms this year.
Okay.
So the powder blue will be the main uniforms, and they'll still have the color rush uniforms that I actually think are still dope.
Yeah.
Like it's a different color of blue than those. I thought their regular blue colors were boring. The powder blues are dope. The color rush color blue is dope, but it's still a different shade of blue. So I think they're gonna rock those out, and obviously they still got their white jerseys. They need to do a powder blue white jersey.
Powder blue.
Like
yep.
the jersey be white, the pants be powder blue, and like have the powder blue like with the light. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Throwing some lightnings though.
Well, the lightnings will still be yellow. It's just like the outline of the lightning would be powder blue.
What if it was like powder blue, like clouds or something, and threw in lightnings? No. All right.
You went too far.
I went too far.
Isn't that one of your squads?
I mean, I like him, but Oakland's there.
Oh yeah, it's Oakland.
It's
All right.
Oakland, yeah.
After that, we go L.J. Collar, Texans, Christian. All right, man. You could
Christian Academy. What?
TCU.
TCU.
All
right.
You've heard of TCU.
Yeah, I'm just writing it all out. That's all.
So TCU, because nobody knows them as Texas Christian Academy anymore, whatever they tried to call this. DN, Seattle through a pick they got from Kansas City. Seattle needed a DN. They've been getting rid of all the Legion of Boom. There's no Legion of Boom left, so they have to get new players to be the Legion of Boom. So this is what they had to do.
Everybody's gone pretty much.
After that, we got DeAndre Baker, Georgia.
That was a big one.
All right, New York Giants got the pick from Seattle. So Seattle got it from Green Bay. Green Bay got it from New Orleans. So that pick was originally the pick from New Orleans, who because of the interception that was, I mean not the interception, the no call. So, but somehow after all these goddamn trades, it got to the New York Giants. So New York Giants had the pick. They got a corner. Move on. After that, we got Caleb McGarry, Washington tackle, Atlanta. Because, this is we wouldn't even have a show today if it wasn't for the fact that the Los Angeles Rams had a first round pick for the first time in like 4 years. And guess what they did? They traded it to the fucking Atlanta Falcons. I would have been, honest to God, Mook would have been mad as hell. We'd have both walked in. Any of y'all walked the draft? He, obviously. And then I was like, yeah, I watched the first round because I thought we was going to draft somebody. What happened in the end? No, we traded him for the fucking Falcons to go to a tackle to make sure they can protect fucking Matt Ryan. Fuck y'all. Last pick in the draft, Neil Kell, his name is, it's one of them names that has like a hyphen and shit. His last name is Harry.
Nikel
Harry. Arizona State, wide receiver, New England.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
New England needed a wide receiver.
They do need a receiver. That's like, but it's like, I don't know. They usually not pan out receivers.
I'm gonna let James have his moment for a second while I get a mini overly unfiltered for y'all set up. He wants to let y'all know about the rest of the Steelers draft picks. This is not my
real quick. Yeah, we'll just run it down. Deontay Johnson, Toledo receiver, who's the third pick. So we didn't get no second picks. But he was like
third round,
second pick of the third round. I'm sorry. Justin Lane, Michigan State cornerback. He was the third round, 20th pick. So, I mean, we kind of definitely need a cornerback. Receiver, definitely. If he's the best, I don't know. From Toledo, I don't know. Toledo's. Is that even a good scope for like even?
The thing about Ohio is this is how you can look at Ohio. Ohio has the most Division I football schools in the country.
Yeah.
I do not understand between Toledo, Ohio State, Miami of Ohio, Bowling Green. I think Bowling Green might be in Indiana. I might be wrong about that one. Akron is a Division I college, and the University of Ohio is a Division I college. Like I said, I think there's one other school I'm forgetting about that's in Ohio. But yeah, there's a bunch of Ohio schools to the Division One colleges, and Youngstown State's a good Division Two college.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Uh,
So,
I mean,
and a lot of the players that come from this, I don't know where he's from, but he might be from Western PA.
Toledo. Oh, you think he's from like where he's really from? Oh, maybe. Um, then we got was it Benny Sneal, Kentucky running back. So maybe that might be something to boost up
They
Connor.
said he was dope.
Okay, there's a lot of people from Kentucky that was, drafted. Zachary Gentry, Michigan tight end. I don't think we really need a tight end, but I mean,
Jesse James is left.
what?
Jesse James is
I
left.
mean, it was not good.
Oh, I hated him.
I didn't really hate him like that. It was just like
he left and said that y'all was too much drama, and everybody's like, oh, he was garbage. Swear to God, that's what he said. Because when he left, somebody asked him, he's like, I just didn't want to deal with the drama of the Steelers no more.
Yeah, he did.
And everybody was like, oh, he was garbage anyway. We got Vance McDonald who runs people over once every 6 weeks.
Oh, hold on. What was Jesse James doing though?
A consistent tight end.
It was all right tight end.
Better than let's run somebody over every couple weeks.
I'm not saying I want somebody. Vance McDonald could get a few passes, and he can do that just as well as Jesse James.
Y'all needed another tight end too.
All right,
Keep it moving.
keep it. Sutton Smith, Northern Illinois. He was an edge, so
DN or outside linebacker. Steelers probably outside linebacker.
6th pick. So we got 3 6 picks. That's a little weird. Isaiah Buggs, Alabama defensive tackle. So and then the other one was Ulysses Gilbert. That's official name.
I take back what I said about Titus.
Titus? So what would you rather, Ulysses or Titus? God damn, yo, Ulysses Gilbert, Akron.
You can't. That's the thing. Your last name. You can't even just be out here with your last name. But you want to be called Ulysses or Gilbert?
Ooh, you got a middle name, something.
I bet it's S.
All right. And Derwin Gray, Maryland tackle. I don't know.
You don't hear Derwin that much. Ulysses should just be like, we're not using this name anymore.
We ain't using this.
Like, not for a bad reason. It's just this name has passed its time.
That's a very old name. It's really old, actually.
Like it is not like it's in that middle place. Like, because biblical names are old, but biblical names will never go out of style.
That's a biblical name. That's like a Greek name. Ulysses?
If it's Greek, then it's not biblical.
I mean, they're all around there. There was shit going on.
It's a big time difference. You know how I am about Greek history. It's Roman and Christianity is closer. We're gonna keep it moving for y'all. My only thing about the Rams, and it's not even Rams related, it's actually NFL news in general. Last Chance U is a show that's been on Netflix for a few years. The Rams drafted the first time ever, Last Chance U, the player to ever be drafted. Dakota Allen was drafted to the Rams. I think it was like a 6th-round pick. So yeah, like I said, it was a big story. That was all I was going with that one. Yeah, I would have said that even if somebody else picked them. The Rams seem to do this a lot where they pick up people like this. So,
is that wrapping up for the draft?
Wrap it up for the draft. We will say one more thing. We talked a lot about Clemson and their defensive players getting drafted. There's a reason why Clemson's getting this, and they're going to put it on their coach, Dabo Swinney. I call him Dabo Swinney because he dabbed once, and I thought it was like, well, this should be an easy slogan. And nobody hot up on it. But his real name is Dabo.
Dabo.
So Dabo Swinney has signed a 10-year, $93 million extension with Clemson. They're damn near paying him as much as they're paying John Gruden, the coach men.
Yeah.
There's only that's a $9,000, $9,000 difference. $9 million.
I think
I feel like $9 million difference.
I feel like college is always like there's bigger money in college sometimes.
Actually, $7 million difference. I'm fucking up math real bad today.
But I mean, college is big money for coaches. That's where all the money does go to. So, I mean,
like I said, I got a small bit of Overly Unfiltered for y'all. First and foremost, this might be Overly Unfiltered of the year, y'all. Man punches man's eyeball out of socket, destroys eyeball with second punch.
That's here, right?
No, it was not.
Oh, it wasn't here?
No, our news channel's like picking up stuff from across the country. I love it, though. Mobile, Alabama.
Oh.
A man is sought by, so I don't even know if he's been arrested yet, for punching a man's eye socket out in a fight. So first punch, punched him so hard in the eye came out. Second punch, he purposely punched the eyeball.
Was it like hanging?
I assume so. But they said the impact of him punching the eyeball exploded the eye.
Like you had to punch it and then it's like hanging here, and then it's like, all right. Ooh.
So real quick, how y'all want to lose y'all eye? Is that how y'all?
I don't want to lose my eye at
No,
all.
no. You got no choice. So how y'all getting this glass? How y'all getting this glass eye going? Are we talking about punched out in the fight, random accident? With,
I think I would rather be like a knife thing. Like if somebody like,
I
want to be punched.
And I gotta get an operation.
I mean, like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, maybe.
Thank you, Malachi, for having a real answer. James is out here. That sounded worse than just getting it out. Like, the thing about...
What do you mean deteriorating over time? Now you're losing your vision. You're like, you don't know what's going on.
I operate and I get a glass eye.
Oh.
Cool, I was asleep after. Yeah, you want a knife jammed into your eyes.
I don't want nothing happening. Like, I want, like,
something worse than
if one's going bad, the other one's going to be going bad soon. You don't want that.
Now you're adding to the hypothetical.
How did that one eye go bad?
I just...
Like, look, a knife.
It
Boom,
wasn't
that
a
was
knife.
it. It was a knife fight. That was it. There was like, someone went down. Now I got an eye patch. I got a glass eye, whatever.
That was a brutal...
What? What?
See, that's why I love swinging things into the middle of these questions, because he made it worse. And
I don't want to, like, if somebody punched me, it's like someone punched my eyeball out and then punched me. I would...
First and foremost, that man had to have been blacked out, because I don't know. We have to have unnecessary amounts of beef. This can't be like a random fight, like where you stepped on my shoe or something. Because if I punch your eye socket out, 9 times out of 10, I'm done.
Yeah, when the eye comes out, it's like, okay.
I'm done.
Yeah, we don't need to do any more.
Hey, bro, we need to get y'all need to get your boy to the hospital. I win. This is over.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can keep on going. No, bro.
Bro, but
you can't.
No.
So this is James's question. Men's beards are dirtier than dogs, first study says.
I don't know if they haven't got enough studies going on because I was not part of it. So we'll start like that, you know. But no, but for real,
this study was done in Zurich, Switzerland, by the Hirslindern Clinic. This is a full Switzerland.
I feel like this is a beard clinic or something. This is something for real.
So the
Swiss definitely grows some beards.
So what are you gonna say for your peoples, man?
Beards hey, whoa! Hey, there's a lot of beard people out here. You know, as a beard advocate, and
this is like a goatee, and I don't know. Like, are you counting yourself over here, Mook? If you pointing at me,
this is definitely a goatee.
This is.
No, yours goes up the side of the jaw, but that's a beard.
You know as well as anybody. You cut my hair. You know this shit doesn't.
I can't get a beard, so I know what a beard is.
You've cut my hair. You know this shit is not connected. This is a bunch of scattered islands on my face.
Yo, get out of here.
Closer than mine.
Listen, the beard. We as the beard people, everybody who has a beard, all right. If you wash it good, you're good. You know, that's it. You just gotta wash your beard daily. You know, add a little soap. That's all. You're good. Now, if you're not letting it go, it's gonna it's definitely gonna collect. I mean, you're eating food and shit. It's going on in there. I mean, nests can be built in this.
So after this, we got the check out on the page. We have a band that's paying. You pay 40 euros in Europe to get the nacho.
You had to pay for this.
Yeah. What do you think? You just think people just gonna put this on you for free?
I'm not doing it. Whoa. You had to ask me to do this.
Definitely worth more than $40 worth of food.
That's worth more than $40 worth. No. What are you talking?
Oh no, I didn't notice that. Y'all gotta check this video out. There was a child eating off a naked man.
Oh,
no, that is pedophilia. I didn't even notice this before we even went to go check out this video. What is that? Cilantro. They even put cilantro on there. He knew what it was first.
All right, so I mean, look. All right, so $40 worth. So you're talking that can of cheese is definitely. Maybe $5, $10. What are you saying? You buying
that was enough cheese to cover an entire grown man.
All right, so you're putting a shit ton of cheese. That's definitely more.
And again,
than $40.
I don't
40
care.
euros.
If y'all are doing this is like Amsterdam red light district, man. No children should be eating food off of grown naked men.
So yeah, it's just a person getting covered in cheese and shit.
He's gonna get picked on about that in school. He's gonna go to school one day and be like, "Yeah, I ate off a naked man once, nachos." You think that's cool, bro?
That was just weird. That was just weird as hell.
That means the cops are involved.
Can I get your employee discount? Yeah, you can come in while I'm working.
So Hulu is in the race for the savage. Well, number 2. Wendy's will always be the most savage company on the planet at this point. But Hulu's reigning in number 2. Hulu put a Damian Lillard "I'd never sell out" billboard outside of the Oracle Center during the playoffs. They are not playing them yet. I do believe that they'll probably play the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. But right next to the arena.
That's pretty for real.
And obviously that is a ploy to Kevin Durant. All things like that are ploys to Kevin Durant, who is leaving anyway. So what's the fuck?
Yeah.
So, last thing we're gonna get into today: what wild shit can you put on your car? A couple days
What's
ago,
the wildest you put on your car?
nothing really.
Nothing.
Bumper sticker probably.
Bumper sticker.
Bumper stickers.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not a
That's
big bumper. Like I have to be passionate about something.
That'll
To put
probably
on.
be the wildest thing I put on my car.
yeah.
But and
Maybe
last week I
just
think
a
we
magnet.
last week we talked about people that were stacking wood. Wasn't it like the minivan that had like all the planks of wood on top of the car last week? This week we got a entire trampoline. This is lazy, man, because this meant you didn't want to take the trampoline and like tear it apart. That's it.
He's like, I live 6 blocks down. I can get it.
Oh, so this is like Craigslist.
No, I don't know.
That's
This is like
what's the one where you
Craigslist.
just grab it right there.
Let's go.
Let go.
Yeah. It's
That's
like,
what it was. Someone kid jumped out of it. He grabbed it. He was like, let go.
yeah. Like for real. There's
If you lived on a secluded enough area, I would try that.
no. Yeah.
Like up here,
Yeah.
since I know everything, I would try.
These roads are
something.
small as fuck.
I still
Yeah.
would try it because I know the area. I'm not going like.
This is
down
almost taking up
Beachview
2
or nothing.
lanes.
Yeah, he went for it.
Yeah,
Like,
he went for it. Yeah.
I don't even think he's gonna get there in one piece when he gets home.
I wonder if they did.
I bet they try to take it off and it falls apart.
Yeah, right when you get home, it's the bungee thing that broke it. Like the bungee rips the whole trampoline part.
And to tie everything up before we go, Josh Rosen was traded to the Miami Dolphins after Kyler Murray was picked up by the Arizona Cardinals. He did not. He only got 1 year as the Cardinals quarterback before he was shipped away. But Josh Rosen, I believe, is a stand-up man because after he was traded, he still went to Larry Fitzgerald's charity baseball game in Arizona. He did not have to do that. Because and again, I understand Larry Fitzgerald is one of the nicest people in the NFL, and even people like Jalen Ramsey and Cortland Finnegan say they cannot talk shit to Larry Fitzgerald. Cortland Finnegan is one of the best,
Yeah.
one of my favorite defensive players of the Rams in the last 10 years. But he's like a bitch made nigga. Real shit. Like
Damn.
he does bitch ass shit on the field. It
Yep.
works. He gets away with it.
Yep.
But he be doing some bitch made shit. He even says, I can't do that to Larry Fitzgerald. So Larry Fitzgerald, even Larry Fitzgerald says he believes our friendship is worth enough to come out here. And shout out to the Arizona fans. They cheered for Josh Rosen when he was at bat. Josh Rosen didn't really play well last year. I'm not gonna lie. But
Yeah.
most rookie quarterbacks get more than 1 year.
Yeah, you get
So,
a second chance.
shout out to the
yeah.
Arizona fans for being upstanding fans and not booing him or doing anything egregious while he was at the charity baseball game. And shout out to Josh Rosen. Again, hope you have a decent career in Miami. I doubt it because Miami is Miami. So, it's not the Heat.
Yeah.
You're
Let's
not
get
Joe
it.
Montana, probably. So I'm not Joe Montana, Dan Marino. So
Damn, yo, no.
we're going to wrap it up. That was Unfiltered. Jay Skyline,
And James.
Ramo Worldwide Radio. We all know what it is. We'll see y'all later.
Josh Rosen.